And with that, the 2024 season comes to an end. And with this new year, people tend to have a list of resolutions that they want to, keep. You may want to lose weight. You may want to gain weight. You may want to make $1 million. You may want to, well, not lose a million, but you may have some ideas of where you want to be within the next couple of months. Let's see if we can ask ChatGPT to kind of help us to set some goals or parameters that we can actually keep. So this is what you're going to type in. This is assuming that you currently already use ChatGPT to have some idea of how you typically think, and that kind of helps. So this is what it, I don't know, I have some idea what it could tell me, but this is what I'm going to kind of see now. So based on everything you told me, what are some notable New Year's resolution that I can not only not only get to, or not only meet, but will make my life better going through the I'm just kind of writing process to achieve them. So it's not only the idea that when you get to that goal that your life will be better, but also trying to, while going through that process, maybe you discover new things about yourself, you achieve different things along the way that help to supplement that. But we'll see where it kind of goes from here. So let's just click let's see what just shows up. All right, so here's a tailored one based on so it's gonna be based on personality, creativity, and ongoing projects. So or basically it's gonna be finish at least one creative project each quarter. Why? Because you have many great ideas, but completing them will boost your confidence and create tangible targets. How each project, well, break each project into smaller, manageable tasks. Clear deadlines. Start with one you're most excited about, like OnlyFans or Zombie School. So I have a couple of stories that I've kind of started, but I haven't really moved beyond the so it'll be like chapter 1 or chapter 2. So I've gotten to the ideation stage, but I haven't like fully broken them down into manageable projects beyond the overarching ideas that I currently have. So that, and I'm a procrastinator too. So it's time for me to kind of buckle down a bit, actually finish these projects at least like I guess the volume 1 for these projects, and then kind of work from there. Because while going through them, I guess we'll see if I can actually get to that stage of finishing those. All right. Launch a small business experiment. Why a business? Building a business aligned with your creativity and personality could be fulfilling and open up new opportunities. All right. How? Choose low stakes projects like creating a small ebook, selling your creative scripts as templates, or building something. So Era Fragrance, this is a company that I actually was creating a website for. It's not my company; it was for a client. But yeah, so that's one of the projects I kind of brought into ChatGPT. So what I did, I had the idea for the website and everything, but I wanted to kind of have like a script of the best way to approach like the website copywriting for the website, and how everything should kind of be like layout wise and all that. But yeah, alright, so saying let's just set monthly writing slash creative goals. Why? Regular progress will help you to balance creativity with completion. Aim for specific goals. Write 2 chapters of OnlyFans in January, or finish a chapter. Choose a character profile for Glendon by March. Track progress on a calendar or journal. Alright, okay, so this is another project that I was working on. So I pretty much have a lot of ideas. That's why it's kind of take more the creative approach. So that's why it's kind of going into the ideas that I have, but I have the issue of procrastination. So literally sitting down and trying to make sure I finish a lot of these projects could help me to get over the stumbling block of procrastination. Simplify and finish a sales book. Why? Sharing your story and insight will help others while solidifying your knowledge and credibility. How? Dedicate a weekend outlining a few hours each week to writing. Consider hiring a freelancer to edit once it's done. Okay. Balance content creation with rest. Avoid burnout and improve quality of your work. Okay. How? You can just set a content schedule, 1 video per month that feels sustainable, gives you that recharge. Alright, so that's kind of doable. So it would be like 1 really good video per month. So how I do it now, anytime I kind of have time, I would more upload. So if you notice, like you'll see like there'll be like blocks of videos like just in some periods. So I kind of go against the grain with that, with how I kind of upload. So I don't really upload like you'd say more schedule wise, and more go off the time that I have. So I'll have like ideas of videos, and instead of going through the process of editing and having to deal with a lot of that, I kind of use my own style to kind of at least get something out. Because if I really sit down and try to edit, because I can do it, I've done it in the past, but time wise and from ideation to creation, I try to kind of bring that process a bit shorter for me. Because if I don't, new ideas will come up, and then I'll say, okay, these are better ideas, and then I'll put the other ideas to the side, and then new ideas will come up again, and our life will come up, and kind of puts everything off track. So my process, when I have time and I have the idea, I just try to get the video out as quickly as possible. It may diminish quality a bit, but it at least gives me a chance to be a bit more non-procrastinative, if that makes sense. All right, learn a new skill or tool for your creative projects. All right, so I recently started learning bolt.io. I made a video where I have to kind of troubleshoot a lot of stuff after watching a tutorial. So still learning other tools as well. So I'm planning on bringing a lot more tutorials onto the channel also. So what those will be is like other options that you can use to like sell online, other websites that can really help in maybe bringing projects forward. So like ChatGPT helps with ideation. You might have one that helps with turn that idea into a form that you want it to be. So using stuff like Canva that I've done tutorials on, or how to get life insurance. There's a lot of stuff that we can make videos about. It's just the time, the uh, the ability to move from ideation to actually video also. All right, dedicate time to physical and mental health. I really need to do this one because I could stand to lose a few pounds. Well, not much, but a few, maybe like let's say 20, 25 pounds, but also build some muscle. Mental health. All right, so it's been a rough couple of years for me. Like I'd say, like my entire 20s has been a kind of roller coaster. If I would to, but I'm not gonna get too much into that. But it's been a walk, and actually, fun fact, today is actually my birthday, also the first. So we're pretty much doing a. This is a gift to myself to kind of see if we can make maybe January 2026 a better time. So we'll see. Organize the idea bank. All right. Streamlining your ideas, made it more easier to execute. Use tools like Notion, Trello, or a physical notebook to characterize and prioritize your projects. Okay, this kind of makes sense for me. So you, as I say, your layout may be a bit different, because why this kind of makes sense for me. Most of my ideas gonna start in a similar way. So granted, the projects may be different, but typically I'll have the idea and then I'll kind of break it down over time, or I may just put it in ChatGPT and kind of break it down in a way that I may have not been thinking about it that way, but or ChatGPT I may just bounce ideas off ChatGPT in stages, so it gives me like a better way to kind of flesh out those ideas. So if you have an idea, you can actually use ChatGPT to kind of bounce the idea off. So you can tell it to act as an advisor in whatever space you have that idea in, and then kind of work your way down to something that maybe realistically more works for your idea, if that makes sense. Collaborate on a project while working with others can bring new perspectives and keep you accountable. Reach out to fellow creatives or hire collaborators for specific aspects of your projects. So that could be the art and editing. Yeah, this is definitely a goal. I'm going to 2026. I don't know if any of my projects really align with. Well, yeah, YouTube is a big space, so it could definitely align with some other YouTubers. And yeah, why not? Yeah. Because what this does too, it helps not only in the case of, right, so let's say in the case of YouTube, wants to collaborate with other YouTubers on projects, it helps you to be able to kind of get to know that person, one, but also you get to share their audience also. So they'll come over to your space and see what you're working on. Your audience will go over to their space and see what they're working on, and hopefully if it's a shared kind of audience that is interested in similar things, they will come along and like that. They'll come along and become fans of yours as well, hopefully. So part of this too, the sharing of ideas is always a good thing. Hopefully you find somebody that you really mesh well with also. So in my case, we'll see. If you're somebody out there that you think that we could work on a project together, let me know. As I say, I have a lot of ideas, so I may put a lot on you idea wise, but I'm always willing to uh, break those ideas down into more manageable concepts. So we'll see. All right, and here's the last part: celebrate small wins. Why? Recognizing progress keeps you motivated. And how? Reward yourself. Well, you complete small tasks, like publishing a script, finishing a video, creating a character outline, and focusing on these resolutions. You can tap into your strength, build momentum, and make steady progress while enjoying the journey. All right, they ask me which one of these speaks to me the most. Well, all of them do have their finer points. So with this one though, they finished a sales book. So if you've been watching the channel recently, you might have noticed that I actually finished not just one. I actually finished 3 sales books now, and I'm actually working on a fourth, which was more in the. Alright, so I did one on from nervous to natural. So that's somebody that's first coming into the call center environment, and they're nervous and they're learning everything, and they have to navigate that space of finding themselves and understanding their own. So it's more salesy, sales, yeah. So they have to find their own method or style of selling. So sales. So yeah, that's one of them. The other one is like introverted selling. So that's introvert within the call center space. They have to find and navigate not only this environment with a lot of extroverts, but also find their own voice and uh, overcome like imposter syndrome and all of that. And there's also the one that is stutter selling. If you watch like my shorts now, I'm actually doing shorts around my own. So these are kind of from my own personal experience, because they are pretty much. Give me a second, let me see if I can pull them up. Give me a second. All right. Yeah. So so they're in story form, but they do help you to kind of understand sales from the perspective of these 3 characters that we used. So it's, yeah, you have Sam's story. So he's pretty much a guy with a stutter. Just like, so it's pretty much uh, each of them takes a part of my story and kind of expands on it and kind of makes it a bit more easier to understand. So if you're somebody that has like stuttering issues, like you maybe have a slight stutter or you have a heavy accent, this one kind of helps a lot with that. This one is more from if you're just let's say somebody that is kind of moving into that space. So it usually like ideas of how to like turn objections into opportunities, how to upsell without feeling pushy, how to build genuine connections with customers, how to handle rejection, and stay motivated. So in sales, you have to deal with a lot of that. So this book, kind of helps you to understand how to navigate that space. And there's also introverted selling. So as the name suggests, this is more for a person that is introverted. You may feel that sales isn't really for you because you're introverted, but I actually believe, and I've proven it myself, that sales is a lot more nuanced than just the idea of uh, one person type being better, or more the only person that can thrive in a sales environment. Because what I've actually found is once you find your own groove, your own way of selling, that's where the magic can happen. So yeah, so this one, it goes over to how to build authentic relationships with your client without faking enthusiasm, which introverts are not really good at on a whole. Overcoming common sales stereotypes that undervalue introverts. Handle objections and rejections with confidence and grace. Develop and personalize sales style that feels natural and effective. So this is about Jane here. This is Jane's story. So yeah, so each one is a different story, and the one that we talk about transferring, because that's the one I'm working on now, is pretty much going to be around the idea of being thrown in a new environment, everything that comes with that, leaving your friends behind, learning a new software, a new sales process if it's sales you're going into, or if it's customer service, which is the direction I'm considering going. It does follow that and try to help with the bigger ideas, but trying to help you to be able to see that it can be opportunity. If you allow it to be an opportunity, it could be an opportunity. If you want it to be something like albatross around your neck, you can also make it that. So yeah, so we're working bit by bit through the New Year's resolution thing, and I guess we'll see if we can actually make any more progress. So I guess we could just put like a little tick here, because we've actually put out 2 more, and we're working on a 4th one. So yeah, so I guess we're trying, and we'll see how best we can move forward. But yeah, so what you can do once again, I'm gonna put this in the description, so I'm gonna literally copy it from here based on everything you know about me. All right, so you can just put this into ChatGPT. If it's a case where you don't use ChatGPT currently, you can pretty much put some key takeaways about you that you like, what your current job is, what your current goals are, and ask it to like break down those ideas into more manageable steps for you. So if you already have your list of goals you want to accomplish, ask it how can you break down these goals, these resolutions, into more manageable bite-sized pieces. All right, well, yeah, that's the video. Go ahead, use your chat GPT and get that done. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you feel like, I suppose. We want to really try to grow this into 2025, and we'll see if we can actually get to a place where we can actually make some better high quality videos. And I don't know, we'll see where 2025 goes with technology and everything else, and moving beyond just shiny object syndrome. But yeah, that's the video. Have a good rest of the year, and I'll see you back here maybe later on today with a couple more videos. Who knows?